Yo, welcome back to another episode of Texas Underground. I am your host, JVaz. And as always, this show, actually, we got a lot of sponsors today. But let's jump right into it. This show is brought to you by La Conecta. We got La Conecta, we got air fresheners, we got hats, the Cut drink, energy drink para que andes al 100. They have all kinds of cool stuff, man. Check them out at shoplaconecta.com. This show is also brought to you by GT Digital Distribution. If you're an independent artist looking to take your music to the next level, make sure you check them out at gtdigitaldistribution.com. This show is brought to you by Trap Sauce Treats. For the best candy treats, elotes, cranberry, what was this called? Lean Mix. We'll give you the real name of this here in a second. Make sure you stop by Trap Sauce. We're going to put the address right here. Give them a shout, man. We got elotes on top of elotes. And you're going to see here in a second why we got so much stuff right now. This show is also brought to you by Space City Flowers. I'm going to show the video because I already recorded a video of it, but these flowers are brought to you by Space City Flowers. And for any flower arrangements, make sure you check them out at Space City Flowers on Instagram. So you might be wondering why we got so much stuff, why we got flowers, why we got a bottle of Hennessy right there, why we got snacks. Joining me today is probably like the most anticipated interview on the podcast, Krystall Poppin. What's up?
What's up, bro? I'm so fucking happy to be here.
Yeah?
Bro, I'm excited, yeah.
I'm happy to have you on here. It's like I said, it's probably the most anticipated interview I've ever had.
Let me find out.
And I mean, people are showing love, so we appreciate everybody.
Thank you, people. Thank you, everybody. I'm excited. Thank you for having me, JVaz. I respect the fuck out of you. Let's go.
Likewise, KP. It's been a while since I've seen you. I haven't seen you in about a year. Last time we had you on Texas Underground Radar was about a year ago.
That's crazy. That's been a year, bro.
It went by fast. Mm-hmm. Let's eat some of this elotes.
Okay, I was hoping you was going to say that because I'm fucking starving.
What you going to jump on first?
Okay, so I don't even know where to go. So look, we got some elote right here. Shout out Chop Sauce. And then they gave me these, what are they called? Fire nachos?
Nacholote or something like that.
Nacholote or something dope like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, okay, look.
So it's hot
I need to
Cheetos
grab
with
one
elotes.
I'm going to do this and I want to do this.
I think that's exactly how you
know,
eat
because I'm a snacking ass bitch.
Why is my mouth watering?
Dude, my mouth's motherfucking watering. Okay.
You've been busy since last time we saw you. Mm-hmm. We're not gonna get into Cheeseman right away. We're gonna make people wait a little bit. You know what I mean? We're gonna
whatever
make
you
people
want,
wait.
whatever you want.
But let's talk about everything you've got going on. Since last time we saw you, you dropped Therapy Pack. Mm-hmm. Right? That was in the beginning of the year.
Yes.
That was
I needed that to get out.
February 11th.
Mm-hmm. I needed that to get out because I feel like people, you know what I mean? They look at me and they don't think that I got something like deep to say. And I have emotions that I like to talk about. That's why I really wanted to start out the year with Therapy Pack. It's still cold around that time, you know what I mean? People are coming out. I don't know if other people feel this way, but I get real depressed when the holidays finish. Because like, you just went through this whole like, I'm with my family, I'm giving gifts, I'm giving. And then boom, the new year starts and it's like back to business. It's kind of like, you know, you got to kind of adjust and stuff. So that's kind of like what that music was about for sure.
And it was definitely different. I know I did a video on it and I complimented, you know, the versatility on it. It was something we were not expecting, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I love that.
It was something completely different from the usual KP that we're used to hearing.
Right, for sure.
So that was cool. It's a 3-track EP. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys check it out. Available on all streaming services. Here in a second, we're gonna break down one of the songs called
Hennessy.
And we're gonna break that down. Talk about that song. Less than a month later, about a week later, you dropped Where the Bag At. That was the single you dropped with Anna Mays. In May, you dropped Army of the Robots on May 5th. You know what I'm saying? Cinco de Mayo. Then Fendi was May 26th. That's another single that you dropped. That was a dope-ass visual.
Thank you.
Talk to us about that single because I know you were hyped about it.
So I was really hyped about Fendi because I had that song for 2 years in the tuck. You know what I mean? And I was like, I know this is when I gotta put it out. I wrote it in LA. And then when I brought it down, I would just show my homies and stuff. They're like, bro, you got to put this out. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to like focus my efforts this year to put out all those records in the vault that I feel are bangers that I've been holding on to that I feel deserve to see the day of light. You know what I mean? So Fendi's just one of them, like for sure. The Fendi is something that I feel like it was cool that I got to come back home and shoot it in my hometown, because when I wrote it and recorded it, it was in LA. So I was happy to be able to bring that back to the city. And it's just kind of like, fuck my haters, you know what I mean? I feel like if you're doing something, if you got a movement, if you're a boss or a bad bitch, you got haters, you know what I mean? Because people hate when they feel like you're doing something that they can't, you know what I mean? So with all that being said, I feel like this is something that can be an anthem for like people out there getting it, you know what I mean?
I would say, and I like that version of KP. I like the swaggy, almost cocky, very confident KP.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I liked it, which brings us to the most recent single you dropped, Villain Era.
Yeah.
When I heard that one, I was like, okay, I like this aggressiveness. I'm the shit. You know, like, I love it. I love it. Are we going to get a visual for that for the Villain Era?
You are. So I basically recorded like a visualizer video. It's more just like for some like visuals to go along with the lyrics. I haven't shot the official video yet, because with that video, I wanted to be like, there's just like, I have this like, you know, like superheroes, villains, you know, all this like concept I have for the video. But in the meantime, I shot something that pairs well with it. So that's going to be dropping soon. But like, if you guys want to like hear me, like the type of rap I love to make, the type of way I love to write, the aggressiveness, you know, and all of it, definitely listen to Villain Era, because that I feel like is my most
and sexy.
Yeah, swaggy, sexy.
Yeah.
It tells you like I'm not taking no more shit. You know, I was humble enough to take people's shit for so long, and I think like now I'm just like, nah, you know, it's my time. Like I really feel.
Harley Quinn was cool, but what was that bar?
Harley Quinn a bad bitch, but that bitch got no shit on me. Medusa looking like a guppy when I slid it through the scene. Venom Queen, Sasha Teen, money clean like Goblin Green. What's up?
I really like that track.
Thank you.
Like I said, it's swaggy and sexy, and it's just KP. You know what I mean?
I feel like it is KP.
That's the KP we like to hear. I think.
For sure.
Back into it. Something you just dropped.
Yep.
You just dropped that one this week, basically.
This week.
Yeah, last week.
That's right.
The 28th, July 28th. That just dropped. That was with Jenny69
and Reverie.
Reverie.
Yes.
That was hella dope, because again, seeing three Latinas come together and put together a single, and then put together a dope ass visual for it. That was hella dope. What was like that? What was that like? This Henny got me like talking out. It's the KP. Is
it the KP?
I don't know what it is.
Is it the same thing? Those are fucking similes. Come on. Come fuck with me.
And it's funny because on Facebook I said, if I start stuttering, don't get mad. If I start stuttering mid-interview.
I mean, it's the KP effect. I'm sorry.
It's the KP effect. So what was that like, getting together with Jenny69 Reverie and
Dude, getting with two bad bitches that know who the fuck they are, been doing this shit for a minute. Just coming together, kind of like bringing three powerhouses together to not only send a message to everybody, but to show everybody how it's done. You know what I mean? Because all I've experienced since I jumped into this bitch is hate, criticism, and comparison. You know what I mean? If that's even a word. I hope it is. I'm a little lit.
Good. I get what you meant.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all you get when you're a female in this industry. And you never, like, you'll get support from others, you know what I mean? But how far does that go?
Yeah.
How far is, like, my support for you gonna go? You know what I mean? And when Jenny's actually the one that hit me and rev up. She's the one that kind of, like, did the first, like, reach out to everybody. And she was just like, hey, guys, I think y'all are fucking it up. I think you're grinding so hard. I appreciate y'all. I look up to y'all. I definitely want you to jump on a track with me. And me and Rev were like, let's fucking do it. You know what I mean? And we just started talking about like the possibilities, what we can do. We started getting a beat together. The Deuce Twins, I don't know if you guys know them. They're scam artists, DJs as well out in LA. They did the beat. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of Latinas on here. And I really feel like this is a moment for Mexican hip hop. And even, whether you realize it right now or not, but this is definitely something like a big move that I feel that everyone needs to respect and see that, like, if more of this happened, we as a genre, as a people, as a raza, like we can move so much forward. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of like hate behind it, which I get it. Like I expected a lot of hate to come with this, but that comes with the territory if you know like you're trying to do something big. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it is. I think it's big, and I think you shouldn't ignore this, and I think you guys should definitely pay attention. For real.
This is my comments.
What's up?
This has nothing to do with KP. Has nothing to do with Jenny69. Has nothing to do with anybody.
Okay.
I am personally fucking tired of the comments that bring up Snow the product. And I have nothing against Snow the product. It's the fans that piss me off. Like, bro, it's almost like the SPM fans. So again, this is my comments. This is me talking to y'all. It's almost like the SPM fans. Ain't nobody said we're better than SPM. Didn't nobody mention Snow the product. Like, bro, there's more talented artists out here. Snow is who Snow is. Let her be. Y'all make Snow look bad. Period. We'll move on.
I mean, just to top off that, I think that with all respect due and given, yes, Snow is the top dog. She's amazing. She's been working for a long time. Everyone needs to respect her. And if you don't, you're also hurting the raza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give Snow her respect.
Oh yeah,
But also understand that there's other women out here working that have been working for a long time. I've been doing it for years, bro. Me, Reverie, and Jenny been doing this for years. You know what I mean? I think that we also deserve to live in our light, you know?
Correct.
So I think that Snow is definitely a pioneer. And I wish that everyone else can also accept that there are multiple pioneers in a genre. For instance, look at the hip hop community in general. You know what I mean? There's so many pioneers. How many of them are Mexican? Now is the time to find those Mexicans. Like now is the time. I feel like the Mexican has been the most loud this year, the most represented, the most pushed, you know what I mean, supported and celebrated. So I really think that everyone needs to recognize that we did something that is not often done.
Correct.
And it was done in a good way. I feel it's a great video. It's a great song. I think that if you're hating on it, you're straight up you just don't want to like it just because it's us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's actually a dope ass jam. Like if you're a DJ, you should be if you're raza, like you should be running this shit in the clubs. You should be pushing this. You should be showing to your friends. Like this is important for real.
Yeah. See, and I'm glad you said that because I saw one comment on a positive note. Somebody did say something around the lines of, I have never heard of these artists, but they're raza, so I'm going to support it.
I saw that
simple.
one.
It's that simple. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the way I've always looked at stuff, and I always say this to people that watch the podcast, like me, I do not like Peso Pluma, but I don't sit here and criticize his music. It's just it's just not for me.
Why?
Because it's not my style of music that I like. But I don't sit here and bash the guy. Like, props to him. He's killing it. But I don't take time out of my day to say, oh, you're trash, or to go to his comments.
I can see that.
So what I'm trying to say is support it, and if you don't, just keep it moving. Ain't no need for all the negativity.
Yeah.
Because again, people always bash us for not being a united culture, and when people do those kind of things on the comments, it shows. So this doesn't have hating. This is just me speaking my mind.
Mine has hating.
This is me speaking my mind. But
yeah, I think so. Like if you want to see a Mexican Jay-Z, a Mexican Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? Like a Mexican Drake, you guys got to start with the ones that are doing it now.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we're going to get these goats. You know, like if our own people don't support us, how do we expect other people to support us? You know what I mean? Me being in this industry has not been fucking easy. You know what I mean? Like doors have closed on me simply because I'm a Mexican female. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with my talent, nothing, my capabilities. It has everything to do with the fact that I'm
Mexican and female.
Yeah, exactly. It's like two things working against me right off the bat before I even speak a word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part for sure about being a Mexican female in this industry.
But thankfully, you've had a lot of good things happen in your career.
For sure.
As far, especially this year.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So we're not, we you know, that's enough on y'all.
Yeah.
But let's
talk about the good shit.
Let's talk about the good stuff.
Let's talk about the good stuff.
You were just in a movie here recently.
Yes, I was.
Lost Souls was the name of the movie. Talk to us about the experience about being on a movie set and how all of that came about.
Bro, so for those of you who have been watching my Instagram, I shot this movie February 2022. I dropped little like snippets and stuff. Barely, like kind of letting. I didn't do too much. I was just kind of letting whoever knows, I'm shooting a movie. Okay, then
Let me try some of this Hennessy.
dude, you want some? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you can cut me off to ask for Hennessy anytime. Okay. I would expect the same for you. Tell me when to stop.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to start slurring my words mid-interview.
If I start slurring my words, you know what. You know what the deal is.
But yeah,
what did I say?
Lost.
So I started kind of like soft launching in a way, you know what I mean? I started letting them know like, hey, I'm in a motherfucking movie. And then June comes around, start of cancer season. Shout out all the cancers out there. So we had to go to New York because there was this film festival called Tribeca Film Festival that picked up our movie. And first of all, being in Tribeca is an accomplishment in its own because you're competing with so many movies to get picked up. And the fact that we got picked up is kind of crazy. So that alone was a hurdle. So we get to go to, you want some of these? So then
Get you some.
we get to go to New York, right? Oh, these are the Gushers.
It's going to be hard for her to concentrate during this interview.
I'm sorry. All I want
So much going on.
So much going on. It's okay. We got it. Okay. So I spent basically all of June in New York. And what that consisted of was a bunch of red carpets, you know what I mean? Like me taking pictures, me getting on Getty Images, me promoting the movie, going to a bunch of premieres, sitting in a theater while other people saw me acting on the big screen. Crazy experience. People laughing when they're supposed to laugh, you know what I mean? Like getting shocked when they're supposed to get shocked. It's kind of crazy. It's a really, really dope ass experience. And then we also landed on Rotten Tomatoes, which is also very hard to do. But our movie landed on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think we have 100% right now. And we have a couple of reviews. So it's going pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It's my first time acting. It's my first time really doing anything like this kind of like level of production. Everyone really complimented me. They said I did a good job. They said I need to keep acting, like be involved in that shit. So I'm really excited. It's going to premiere in El Paso as well, I think in September at a film festival there. So I'm going to be able to invite the city out. And that's really exciting because half of the movie was shot in El Paso.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so like they're gonna see the mountains, they're gonna see the star, they're gonna see like little landmarks around El Paso are in the movie. They're gonna see one of their own acting in it. So that's gonna be really cool. So if you want to see the movie, go to El Paso September.
September what?
September. I'm working on the date. I don't know the date exactly, but it's coming up for sure. Yeah, but it was a really dope experience, honestly. And
Were you nervous when you were acting?
I at first I was, because before I even got in front of the camera, there was a lot of like background stuff that had to happen. I had to like meet the cast and the crew. I had to like formulate a schedule with them. I had to stay in an Airbnb with a bunch of strangers. You know what I mean? Like it was a really interesting experience. Yeah. A lot of stuff I had never experienced before. I was the only female on cast, so like I had to like get ready 4 hours before everyone else actually got ready. So like I was like starting my day way earlier than everybody else, which was crazy. But we made it happen, and I think that for my first time acting, I'm really proud of myself. Honestly, yeah, it was really.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's like, you know what I mean? Like basically, so I can give you a little rundown, and this is a tiny little rundown. I'm a manager of a group of rappers. You know what I mean? That's how much I can tell you. But that should tell you much, like, you know, like I'm in the same world as that. So all I had to do was tap into like a character that I feel like I've seen throughout my career, you know? So that's what I did.
See, now I'm more intrigued. Because now you said that, and that puts like this whole idea of what Lost Souls means for the movie. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think it's cool because you get to get like insight of why the movie is called that. And I think like you start realizing a lot of things. And you start relating to the characters, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, you know someone, you know this person who played this part. You know that person. You know a person who played me. I think that's really cool.
Now I'm really intrigued. Like for real. Because you're saying that and it's just playing to what I think what the movie's about. You know what I mean? Lost Souls. Make sure you guys check that out. If you're in El Paso, make sure you
September.
go out there and give KP a holler over there. Another thing you got going on, this just happened here recently, your bikini line. Talk to us about that. How did that come about?
Oh my God, shout out my bikini line.
Simply Poppin'.
Simply Poppin'. So, me and my girl, Simply You by Jess.
Shouts out.
Shout out to Simply You by Jess. So, we connected and we basically came up with this idea like, hey, we should drop a bikini line, together. She's an owner of a boutique in El Paso. And when we connected, I was like, I have an aesthetic, a vibe that I feel like I would like to incorporate into the style. She gave me creative freedom to like pick the items. She like let me like really turn it into my own. And I thought that was really cool. So every piece is like carefully selected and it's there for a reason. You know what I mean? And all of them is like named after something like that has to do with me. Like there's a gold bikini called Honey, like my album Raw Gold Honey. Then there's one called Poppin'. There's one called Krystall. There's one called Desert Daisy, like it was just a lot of like, I just wanted it to represent me in the best way possible. And it's a local business, so that was really cool. And it's half the price of Kim Kardashian's bikinis. So in case you're like checking them out, just know that Kim Kardashian is making a killing with stuff that's kind of similar. Shout out, no shade to Kim. Shout out to you. I love you. But these have been more affordable than that, okay?
Yeah.
It was really fun. I was able to model one of the items in the shoot, which was really cool. Shout out Vander Vanity. He did my makeup and he helped us like pose and make sure we did like, some sexy poses and stuff. So it was cool. Yeah, and I got that going. I want to do like side ventures, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I want to be a businesswoman. Like I feel like I'm becoming that. I'm stepping into that role for sure. Like not only do I rap, but when you rap, you got to present yourself online and you become like an influencer in a way, even if you didn't intend for it. But at the same time, you are, So I'm definitely like stepping into that role and kind of like letting people know like we can make money together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is just a few things. We got more stuff to talk about. But let me ask you this. At the beginning of the year, did you envision things going like this?
I'm going to say yes, just because I already had it in my head. Like in my head, I was like, I already knew the movie was coming out this year. I already knew that was going to happen. Then I was like, I want to launch a bikini line. I want to launch this product, which I'm not going to name these products that I'm going to launch this year, but I'm going to name this product. I want to drop this song that I have, So when the year started, I had goals and plans, and I feel like you're barely seeing me like bring those to fruition right now. You know what I mean? But this is me planning, going through shit, setting stuff up. All of this like that you're seeing now has been talked about, planned for since the beginning of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because this is a lot. And like I said, we're not even halfway through the list of everything that's been going on with you. But we're going to keep it going. You went over 100K on your Instagram. That was hella dope.
Shout out to my followers.
You know what I'm saying? That was hella dope. You built a community. You know what I'm saying? The community on the Friends community on YouTube.
Shout out on my friends.
That's really dope because, we get to see you every Tuesday no matter what you're doing.
No matter what. So for those of them who don't know, so I go live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. no matter what is happening in my life, period. So I've been consistent since maybe the second week of the year. I think I just dropped my 31st or 32nd episode. I forgot which one. But yeah, so what I basically do is I go live on YouTube and I let them know like this is what I'm doing right now, 8 p.m. Tuesday because that's the day I was born. I was born on a Tuesday, so I love Tuesdays. And at 8 p.m., I just feel like it's a good time. Like I've gone through the day, like I'm able to like catch y'all up on whatever I did that day, as well as during the week. And I think that it's cool just because like I feel like you guys can see that dedication that I'm giving no matter what. Like, I've literally been on a Tuesday night trying to shoot a music video, like hair in my hand, kind of letting y'all know, like, I'm on my way to a music video. Like, sorry, I can't pay attention to you right now, but I will in a second. You know what I mean? And then you guys see me like finish getting ready, and then boom, I'm with you in the car. And we're going,
4th of
you know what I
July
mean?
with
like,
the family.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, one time it was my mom's birthday, and I brought y'all, I was like, look, we're about to sing Happy Birthday to my mom. And like, I showed the community that, you know? So I think that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool, like, that we're building this connection together to where I'm actually like thinking of y'all for real, like in a serious way. I'm thinking like, oh, what can I do on next week, and what snack? Because I always bring up snacks. Like, I always have a snack every episode, or at least I try to. And I'm like, what snack am I gonna bring? What is this snack gonna mean? You know, like, and I just try to be real as fuck. And that's really what it is. It's just like, this is what it is.
You see the community appreciates it.
Yeah.
Because again, they see that it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
They know you're going to go live, and they get that inside look of your live to show that, hey, I'm more than just an artist.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with bringing you guys into my life and seeing that at the end of the day, this is KP. Like, this is the real KP.
The real
what I mean?
KP.
And I think
real.
people appreciate that, especially nowadays with social media and stuff. There's a lot of, you would think artists will be more reachable and people will be able, and that's not the case. But then you have you that shows people like, hey, y'all can literally ask me anything y'all want on live, and we're gonna sit here and snack together and have a good time. Yeah, that's why I think that's hella dope.
And we just gonna spend some time. You know what I mean? I think that's something that's really cool, because I remember one time I was having a really bad day. Like, I was having such a messed up day, and I had to go live later that night. And I was kind of like, fuck, like, I have to get ready. So I'm getting ready, and I'm like, man, I'm still like going through all my drama in my head. And as soon as I turned the camera on and it was like, I'm here, like, all the stress went away. You know what I mean? And I was just like, after that live, I realized, I was like, yo, like, they're helping me as well as, like, I feel like they say that I'm helping them. You know what I mean? So I think that's really special, for real.
It is. And it doesn't stop there. We got more. We got more.
Yeah.
We got more stuff to talk about. You went viral. You went viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
You went viral on TikTok. Talk to us about it. Hold on.
Dude. I didn't even try. Like, I think that people think I did that on purpose, and I didn't. I swear I didn't. You know what I mean? I was just being myself. I wasn't even expecting Elms to ask me that question. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was chilling. I was even sipping my Hennessy too. And then Elms was like, so I heard you like big boys. And I'm like, whoa, like, who told you that? I was like, so I've been telling on myself a little bit on Twitter. Because, like, I tweet about it. Yeah. But I don't feel like no one's on there. You know what I mean? I know you're on there. I know, like, some people are on there. But I don't know. I don't realize people are watching. You know? I just say whatever the fuck I want on Twitter. And then sometimes I'll be like, good morning to the big boys only. You know, I've been doing this for a fucking minute. So he brings it up. I guess he saw my Twitter, and he was just like, so I heard you like big boy. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah. And he's like, who would you rather date, Biggie or Tupac? And I was like, I'd rather date Biggie, bro. And he was just, you know what I mean? Like, he was asking me a question that had never been asked before. Yeah. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to tell the motherfucking truth, because, you know, that's what it is. Yeah. And when we ended up posting about the interview, it just kind of went, you know what I mean? So the fact that people are in there kind of like saying like, she's lying for clout and all this stuff. Like, I didn't even know we were going to post that clip. Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't even know people were going to resonate the way they did with it. I was just being real as fuck. Yeah. Like, that's all it was, you know? So
I think people appreciate it because so many people that might be into it. Yeah. They're scared to talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So when somebody talks about it, you know, you talk about it, and it's like, all of a sudden people feel appreciated. Mm-hmm. We start feeling like, KP loves us. You know what I mean?
That was so cool. That was so cool to see, like, for something like unintentional that I just said because I genuinely feel the way, for it to go far and actually make people feel good, that made me feel good. Because that's why I make music, so make people feel good. You know what I mean? So when people were saying like something I said was making them feel good and appreciated and recognized, I pushed on it. I leaned on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all know that this is what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. So I've been hanging out with my homegirls. And they'll be like, bitch, I see you talking about the big boys. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you know what's up. And they'll be like, I think I'm going to try a big boy dude because fuck these guys and blah, 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 blah. I swear it's happened more than once. My bitches be like, girl, you know what? I'm going to take your advice and try a big boy this time. And I'm like, ooh, girl, you won't fucking be disappointed. I swear. I swear. So, big boy community, y'all are welcome. I'm converting. I'm converting them out here. Okay, for real.
Yeah. So yeah, that caught on. I did see you were talking about you guys were working on a song, like an anthem, big boy anthem. Can you talk to us about that?
I don't have a producer. There is actually a DJ right now that's just remixing something I did, like a little soundbite of mine, which I love and I really want to push it. But I need a producer to kind of like come through and just be like, yo, this is the beat for the big boy anthem. Because I want to make a big boy anthem. Like, I actually been hearing, so I love 90s music, bro. 90s hip hop, 90s R&B. It's my shit. There's a 90s song that I want to flip. And I think it'd be really cool. But I need someone who's really good at flips. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask you what song, but now don't tell us.
No, I can't. I can't. Not yet.
Because then it'll get flipped and by somebody else. Yeah, not for sure. So, should I ask you this?
What?
Have you been hit up on social media by any celebrity about this? Any big name artist?
Okay, look. That's a lot of athletes in my motherfucking DMs right now.
Yeah. I figured. That's why I was like, should I put her on the spot?
I don't know
let's put her on the spot.
All these athletes are trying to be in my DMs right now. And the crazy thing is, none of them got game. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen. Like, I guess they're so used to just being like shooting their shot and then the bitches like fly me out that they don't try.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what's Gucci? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I say, what's Gucci? And then they throw me the lamest shit, bro. And I'm like, bro, fuck out of here. Like,
that's
oh
hilarious.
my God. Yeah, that's my DMs.
I figured.
That's what's going on in my DMs right now. A bunch of athletes trying to hit me up and shit. But I don't know. So you need game. You need me to be interested. Like, your body, I'm sorry, bro. And you ain't even in my type. No.
So we can sharpen up these DM skills. What does KP look for?
Like, if you could say some slick shit and it's like, oh, like, I never heard that one before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a unique game. I think that's lacking in the industry right now.
Community.
in the relationship hollering community. Like, some motherfucking, like, slick ass shit. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they be saying slick shit in the comments, and I'm like, bro, if you would have threw that at me in the DM, we'd be talking about something different. In the DM. Bro, they be saying some slick shit. But you just gotta, you gotta come confident. I made a TikTok about this, actually, already. So I basically say, you gotta be confident, you gotta be funny, and you gotta smell good. If you are those three things...
What's your favorite cologne, KP? Let them know.
So, I don't know. So, I got a couple. I'm not too keen, because I'm not buying it. I have smelled some good ones. My boys had smelled some good ones. I think it was the Michael Jordan. I think it was a Tommy Hilfiger. The Prada one. Yeah. So, all I'm saying, dudes, is like, it's hard for a girl to turn down a guy who smells fucking good. Like, to this day, I remember dudes in high school, middle school that smelled good.
Curve.
Yeah.
Curve.
I mean, like,
Cool
whatever
water.
whatever it was back in the day, like, you are remembered.
That's throwback, ain't it? Curve, cool water.
The curve on the Christmas.
Harry Ellis.
The Christmas package, though. They gave me the body wash, too.
I still get those. Tell me why every year we have a Secret Santa and my brother-in-law's mom always gives me a fucking, and it's like she always gets me. And then as soon as she gets up and she's like, Julio, I'm like, damn, it's another package of
Curve.
Water.
It's a package of Curve.
Yeah, it got like a deodorant on there.
With the body
lotion.
wash.
Yeah.
And the aftershave.
Yeah. Shouts out to my brother-in-law's mom.
Oh, we love your presence.
My mind went blank. I couldn't remember her name, but you get it. So I have a segment on the show, and on the segment, I like to break down the lyrics of a song.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and we're gonna break down one of the therapy pack songs, and it's called Hennessy. Hennessy, and I want to get what it means to you.
Okay.
Okay, how do you want to do this? Should I tell you what it meant to me first?
Yes, that way I don't change your like perspective.
Yeah. Okay.
I love to hear like a listener's perspective.
Cool. You know, I first did this a long time ago when I interviewed Coast.
Nice.
And then I got away from it. Okay. But let's get into it.
Let's do it.
The Tennessee's already hitting, by the way. It really is.
I got it up in here.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Oh, man.
It showed up.
So, let's get started with the hook itself. Okay. It's very strong for me. When I heard this song, the Hennessy song from Therapy EP. Cause honesty hurts more than real bitches' fantasies. I've been through more than my body will let you see. You love me more than I feel I'll ever be. That was deep.
Thank you.
That chorus was deep. Honesty hurts more than anything. When I heard this, I was able to relate to it because, like I told you off camera, I had just got off this relationship, right? And I remember my exact words to her was, like, I know the truth hurts, but it's something that I need to hear. Like, let me know. Like, I'd rather you be upfront with me than living on a fucking fantasy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I heard that, I was like, okay, this is dope. I like where this is going. And then when I hear the part of, you know, I've been through more than my body will let you see. You love me more than I feel I'll ever be. The body part, I thought it of as a mind thing. Yeah. And the persona that we have to put on for the camera. Yeah. Right? Because around this time, I was going through probably like the darkest times of my life. And people didn't know that. Because welcome to the JVaz show. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, people will never know the stuff that I was going through. Right? I'm open about it now. I've talked about it on the podcast now, but at that time I was like, anyway, in hell, I'm going to break down and tell people what's happening in my life. Right. We'll talk about that here in a second. And the whole, you love me more than I feel I'll ever be. I feel like sometimes we hang on to this relationship for so long because we feel like this person loves us more than than ever is going to. We don't know our worth at the moment. Exactly. And that hurts. That's what I got out of that hook. Exactly. Can you talk to me about what you meant by that hook?
Everything you said, it's so on point. Starting out with honesty hurts more than real bitches therapy, real bitches fantasies. It's like to get away from the now, you like think of like what could be. You know what I mean? We get caught up on this like time of like what if. Who, what, when, or why, you know, instead of what's happening right now, because you don't want to face that. You don't want to face what, like, you're given. You know what I mean? And it hurts. The reason we run away from the truth is because it hurts. You know what I mean? So, honesty hurts more than real bitches' fantasies. And when you say, like, when you're talking about that last line, when it's like, you love me more than I feel I will ever be, I feel like that's the one thing that is the hardest thing for a human being in love to realize that is not true. I have held on to relationships so much longer than they needed to be just because I felt like it doesn't get any better than this. How can it possibly get better than this? This is the one. This is the one. Yeah. You know? And for you to even fathom, even picture a life without them is it's impossible. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps us in these abusive relationships. That's what keeps us being in toxic relationships and toxic situations. Like, all that shit is hard. And I feel like I started finding myself able to separate separate myself from thinking that, you know what I mean, in the relationship that I was in.
Yeah.
I just thought like this is the most romantic thing ever.
We can make it work.
Yeah, we can make it work. And like, you know, I can't picture my life without you. Like that's just like, you have to realize that's not true, you know, especially if it's hurting you.
Fucking love life.
Yeah, dude. Especially if it's hurting you.
Yeah.
And it's not helping you.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I liked it. Because in my previous relationship, for the last year and a half, I knew it was over.
Really?
I knew it was
and
over.
you stayed because you thought.
But I was
work.
like, we can make this work.
Yeah.
We can make some changes, make it work. Make some changes, make it work. And it was getting worse, worse, worse. And it's like, but we're so perfect together. We're so perfect. We can't let this end like this. Thank you. 3 months later, I bought an engagement ring. A month after that, we break up.
No.
Yeah. But it wasn't like a full breakup, right? It was.
What does that mean?
Well, it goes back to what I said. I thought I could fix it, but
so like y'all broke up.
Okay, so we didn't literally break up, but you know when somebody stops loving you, like you know that. Like, we're about to get deep in here, and we're not even done yet. We got so much more to talk about, but on a serious note, you do know when somebody stops loving you. I have known this person for 16 years of my life. I'm 35. So if I've invested in a relationship, 5 and some change, but in a friendship that we were like best friends, 16 years.
Damn.
So when somebody starts treating you different and starts saying things different, again, this song, what you just said, you think you can't live without them. And then it's like, nah. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, this can't end. Like, let's make it work.
Right.
Because in the back of my head, I was like, bitch, I just bought an engagement ring.
If you only knew, bitch. If you only knew. Got back in now.
So we go on, try to force it. Another May, June, July, August, September. I don't know how many months. Till finally it hit me. And then I was like, next opportunity, next time she tells me something that's just, it's time to go. Then it's gonna be time to go.
You checked out.
I had checked out, and then the time came, and she made a comment, and I don't know if it caught her by surprise, but when she made it, I was like, okay, cool. Then it's before I hate you and before you hate me, let this end now, right?
Okay.
And it's just out of respect to our friendship, because even though we don't talk, at least I know I have nothing against her, and I would hope she has nothing against me, but I didn't want it to get to that.
Right. You didn't want to push it to the absolute limit.
Correct. So it was kind of like, okay, it's time to check out. So yes, what you said about sometimes we hold on to stuff longer than we should, we do. But we're going to keep it moving. Let's keep moving to the verse part, because I still got more to talk about here.
Yeah.
This is a whole verse, I believe. And I'm still, damn, this whole verse hurts. I'm like, this whole verse hurts. And I'm still missing the pieces I left behind to save myself when I was caught in the deep end. Gotta drown out every weakness. I'm the one that they depend. I hate talking about my feelings because my wounds tend to deepen. I've been sipping heavy lately. I hope no one come to save me. Time don't wait for no one, and it's later than you think, baby. Ooh. I take a drink and free my pain, and it's
the numbness I seek.
Finish it.
I take a drink. It's the numbness I seek. Oh, hold on.
I take a drink and free my pain. It's the numbness I seek. My smile is just a tattoo without.
My smile is just a tattoo without any ink. You keep telling me to hold on.
Go for it. Go for it. Let it out, KP.
You keep telling me to hold on. I don't wait for no one.
Yeah. So that verse, you don't even understand how you were helping me with that song. Because I don't talk about my feelings. I have never talked about my feelings because I'm very, what's the point? Right? When you said, gotta drown out every weakness, I'm the one they depend. How do you say it?
I'm the one that they depend.
Yes.
You know?
So what I got out of that was around the times when I was drinking a lot. Nobody knew why. And here's the thing about that. People were judging me because out of nowhere, oh shit, out of nowhere, Julio's a drinker now. Julio's blacking out. And I'm getting judged. But nobody ever took the time to ask me why.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Nobody. I had to ask myself.
No one asked you why you were drinking more.
Correct. I had to ask myself, why are you doing this?
Did you
Does it
know?
make sense to me? Oh, I knew exactly why.
Yeah.
I knew exactly why. But that's why I like this song. Because you said that. I've been sipping heavily lately. Hope no one come to save me. I think that's where I was mentally. Like I said, I was in the darkest place. Well, when my pops died, I had no opportunity to cry. Because I saw my dad pass away right in front of me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And when it happened, my mom was there too, and she started losing it. So I remember I literally took some steps back, and I was like, in my head, I was like, ni modo, viejo. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But then in my head, I was like, okay, he's gone. Now I got to take care of what I got left,
Yeah.
you know, which is my mom. So I held it together, and I couldn't cry. I just told my mom, hey, calm down. Let me call the ambulance, see if they can do anything.
Yeah.
Call the ambulance. They showed up. And then I had to call my whole family. Yeah, I had to call my brother, my 3 sisters, and one of them is Mexico, one of my sisters. So it was like the toll that took, people never understood it. And then to top it off, a month later, I'm in the hospital. So I'm going to tell you the whole thing that happened of why I was able to relate to the whole I'm drinking my pain away. A month later, I'm in the hospital, and they tell me I had lung cancer. And then they're like, if you don't know the survival rates for lung cancer, it's not like the best.
You had lung cancer?
Well, they thought I did. For like 6 months, 7 months, I was going for like treatments and trying to figure out what was happening.
Yeah.
COVID messed up my lung, my left lung. 90% of my lung was covered.
What?
Yeah.
It was COVID?
It was COVID.
And they fucking called it cancer?
Because they saw was my lung was black.
Oh,
It was like a big ass patch on my lung.
fuck.
Yeah. So again, my dad passed. Then this happens to me. And in my head, I'm like, God, what are you doing? Like my mom's not like at that point, I didn't even care about myself because I'm like,
Your mom.
if it's time to go, then it's time to go, unfortunately. But my mom, bro, like my dad just passed. Now me. So a couple months later, the breakup happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these on.
Don't do it, KP. Don't do it to me, KP, because I ain't gonna be able to talk. But a couple months later, the breakup happens. And remember, I told you I hadn't been able to cry the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it together. I don't want to show my emotions just because I don't want to feel nobody feel special that they're making me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And then obviously, who am I to cry to my mom about something that she was there for too?
Right.
So I was like, if I cry to my mom, that's gonna hurt her more.
I could see
So
that.
what was my only way out?
Drinking.
Drinking till I didn't know where I was at. And so when the song, like the lyrics, I'm a person that pays attention to the lyrics. When I was listening to the song, I was able to relate to everything in my own way. I was like, man, like, you know, gotta drown my weakness because I'm the one they depend on. Like
Yeah.
my mom depends on me.
Yeah.
You know, like
And I'm the one that my family depends on. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I feel like I wanted to take charge of, you know, for sure, because I feel like I can guide them in a lot of ways. But that role is very hard. A lot of people don't realize.
it's hard.
Being head of the house, being head of some kind of leader of the household is definitely difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got to act like ain't nothing wrong, you know?
Because the moment something's wrong with you, everybody's like, well, what's
like,
wrong?
Yeah, like if something's wrong with
bring
you,
everybody down.
like
Yeah.
how am I supposed to hold it together?
Yeah. And that's why I love the song. That's why I loved it. It was very relatable. But enough about me. What did that verse mean to you whenever you...
Honestly, it's just straight up me being real about my life. You know what I mean? Like my family depends on me. I've been in a lot of crazy situations, you know, like I've been in the deep end about a lot of shit, you know, and I've had to go through a lot of things on my own. Not only not knowing people that could help me, give me therapy in different, you know, healthier ways, but I've been drinking since I was young, bro. You super, super young. Like, all high school and shit. So like I'm not here over there like pushing like underage drinking. That's not what I'm doing. But at the same time, like just so you guys know a little bit about where I come from, like that's just what you do. You know what I mean? So also being a kid that wasn't being watched, all the time, like kind of did whatever I wanted and shit. I had to learn through my own mistakes. I had to learn the hard way a lot of the times. And I just felt like where I come from and all of that, like drinking was the thing that helps me cope with a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So I definitely found myself in a lot of situations where I was either fucked up, you know what I mean, or just like looking to drink and looking towards alcohol to forget what was going on in my life. And I know a lot of people go through that too. Yeah. And the reason I wanted to drop this song Hennessy is because I feel like a lot of people go through that, and a lot of people could relate to, like sometimes when you drink, it's not because you're weak. It's you're trying to stay strong. You're the strong one, and you got to keep looking like you're strong. So you're going to take your little moment by yourself in your little bedroom and, drown it away. So that way you can pop back up the next day and just be like, yeah.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
It's all good.
It's all good. That takes a lot. Like, there's no trophies for that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like what I was doing, I would literally get an Airbnb because I live about an hour away from here. Yeah. So I would come out of Houston, get an Airbnb, and get drunk out here because I didn't want my mom to see me. I didn't want my family to see me. Yeah. And I would just call her like at 9, like, hey, ¿cómo está? Blah, blah, okay, estoy bien, blah, blah, blah. And then get to it.
Yeah.
Get to it and just kind of hide my emotions and what I was going through. Yeah. From, and like I said, this happened when you dropped this song, it was right in the...
It was around the time?
It was around the time when I was starting to snap out of it.
Oh, okay.
It was in the time when I was started to realize, like I said, I asked myself that question, like, why are you doing this? Like, you do know drinking is not going to bring your dad back, right?
Right.
And then it's like, well, I do it because that's the only way I can cry. The only way I can let loose of my emotions.
And crying feels so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Crying feels amazing. I love crying alone. Yeah. I hate crying in front of people. I love crying alone, dude. I love just like putting on my sad music. I love drinking and just like letting it out to where I'm weeping. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love crying. Like, I love reaching that point because I feel like that's what it feels like to be human. Like you feel everything all at once when you're actually crying and letting it out. It is the most amazing feeling because afterwards, it's such a relief. It's like you just worked out, you just ran, just like all this stuff just kind of like, you just get a big sigh of relief after you cry. Yeah. And I think that people definitely need to cry. For real.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry. I can help you.
You know what I'm saying? Listen,
yeah.
It's okay to cry. And that's something that I want to make sure I tell people. I wasn't crying because I felt like, oh, I'm a man. It was more of, as I said, who am I to go to my mom and be like, oh my God, I miss my dad, as if she wasn't there when he took his last breath too. Yeah. Who am I to go tell my sisters as if they don't feel guilty because they hadn't seen him in weeks? Right. Who am I to tell my brother who hadn't seen him in a month? I had no one to go to.
Yeah.
Like, and it fell to the point where, like I told you, I knew my ex had clocked out. Yeah. So it was like, why the hell am I going to go cry to her?
Yeah. No.
I know we're like at the end of our relationship. Why would I even do that? So it was one of them things where I was like, all I got is me. All I got is me. Take my ass to Houston, get drunk, dislocated my thumb. Yep. All kinds of dumb
that's
shit.
When you dislocated your thumb? Shit.
Well, that's when I was in my prime drinking, when I dislocated my thumb. That's around the time we interviewed about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, I was at my peak right there. And I started to come down around November. In November, I had the conversation with myself, and I was just kind of like, I got one more in me. I'm going to get really drunk one time, and that's just...
You got to say bye to it.
Huh?
I've said bye to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For how long?
I've taken maybe 4-month break before.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that's with alcohol and weed.
Yeah?
I definitely take my little breaks, you know what I mean? I'm actually coming back into like come out of my weed break, you know what I mean?
The villain era?
Yeah, like I'm starting to... smoke a little bit and stuff. The drinking probably as the drinking slows down, the smoking picks up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like it because it's cool balance.
It's my first time drinking since December. since I had
For real?
that conversation with myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but I'm not here to get drunk either. You know what I mean?
No,
So it's kind of like
we're
this is cool.
vibing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get to the part where everybody wanted to know.
What?
Now you can read the letter. Now you can
Read the letter.
It's just a quick note. It's just a quick note. So you've been following us, on social media, if you've been following me
I don't want
on
to break
social
this
media,
video. It's so cute. Did you get a shot of this?
yeah.
Okay.
Then you know how much I've been picking on me for fumbling KP, for not going out with KP on Valentine's Day.
Yo, okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
I
it.
wasn't lying.
Well,
And you got a haircut today?
I got a haircut.
Oh, you got a motherfucking haircut?
Oh yeah, I was ready today.
Okay, so look, everybody. JVaz asked me on a Valentine's Day, and I said yes! I said yes.
Well, okay.
What else am I supposed to fucking do? This is our Valentine's. This is our Valentine's Day.
Let's go.
Space City Flowers, y'all are the
Shouts out to
shit.
Space City
Shout out
Flowers.
to Space City Flowers. This is cute.
So let me tell you what happened.
Tell me.
Now that we're
let's
here.
hear your side of the story, because
And it's not an excuse. It's just
gotta be crazy.
no, it's not crazy, and it's not an excuse. It's just this is what happened.
Okay, what happened?
All right. So when we initially talked about it, you threw me off with one term.
What did I say?
When you said that'll be cool and then we can create some content out of it. So when you said content out of it, that put a thought in my head. And I'm gonna tell you, and again, not to call you a liar, but I'm just saying what my head processed, right? I was like, okay, so I have this other person that I've been knowing for X amount of years that's showing some interest in me that I'm supposed to be going out with.
On Valentine's Day?
Or I can create content.
On Valentine's Day?
Or I can create content on Valentine's Day.
Oh, the plot thickens.
So you see why that threw me off? When I thought of the content part, I was like, I'm a create content or I'm gonna go out on a date. Which one is it?
Hold on. I have so many questions.
Talk to me, K-Free.
Okay.
I'm here to answer.
First of all, did you go on that date?
On that date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was traded.
No.
I was traded on
Hold on.
Valentine's Day.
Hold on. But my hair was raggedy. I wore a hat. So
I was traded. I was an option. I was a choice. I was not chosen.
No. So here's the thing, and this is me being truthful.
Everybody, JVaz did not choose me on Valentine's Day. Okay, continue.
That
it's
is
not
a lie.
getting better for you.
I did not get a haircut. So what happened was I was like, if I go out with KP, I need a haircut. Because I want to take KP out somewhere nice. Because I hardly know you. It was going to be like the first time we went out. It's going to be like me getting to know you.
Yeah.
Or I can just go wear a hat. Who actually goes on a date with a hat?
Wear a hat and not do nothing.
Who goes out on a date with a hat?
Who doesn't?
I don't.
Who doesn't?
It
happens.
Hats
on dates happen.
This is not who I want to portray in a relationship to get to know somebody. This is JVaz. JVaz is the character.
So you showed up as JVaz to the other date.
Correct.
That I was not on. Okay. Continue.
So I didn't get my hair cut.
Okay.
And I have receipts.
Oh, okay. What are the receipts? I need to see this fucking receipts.
Hold on.
Your barber better been in Timbuktu, motherfucker.
Let's see.
There better have been a barber strike that day.
My barber said, let's go with 12.
I'm just saying.
So it says, hey, Julio. You think we can change the appointment for tomorrow? Here's my crying emoji. And I'm like, what time? She said, I apologize. So that's my receipt. I didn't make that up. My literally canceled on me February 14th at 2:35.
Was every barber closed that day?
One thing about us, man, we're so loyal.
Oh, that is true.
We are so loyal, even to our barber.
That is true. To your Whataburger? Oh my God.
I didn't say Whataburger.
I was like, same Whataburger.
Even to my barber, to the point where it's like, I don't trust nobody else. I love the way she does my beard. So I've been going to her for the last... Talking about loyalty, I actually changed barbers recently. I've only been going to her for the last 3 years.
That's a long fucking time.
But before that, I went to the same barber for 12 years.
Gotta switch it up. You know, once you grow up,
It's your girl.
you probably didn't know how to touch up that beard.
Yeah, so that's what happened. That's really what happened. And then again, I knew I wasn't in a position to try to get to know nobody. And obviously, if I wanted to go out with you, then it would have been like, do I really want to go out just to waste her time?
Waste my time.
Because I wasn't on a right state of mind to even get to know anybody.
It could have been fun. It didn't have to be so serious. You know what I mean? But look, I just want everyone out there to motherfucking know. He asked me on a date and I said yes. And I was ready. I actually got ready that day. I was like, let me see if he hits me up.
The lies. I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding. I know.
I was ready, fam. And he didn't come through. He didn't come through. And I was like, you know what? I'm already pretty and I'm ready. I had to go live that night. I was actually going to do our date on live. He didn't come through. I ended up just having like a little charcuterie board like on live and everyone, you know, just talking to me and letting JVaz know he fucked up and all this shit, you know what I mean? But like, what's a bitch supposed to do? What is a bitch supposed to do?
I'm a piece of shit.
Okay.
I'm a piece of shit. I should have picked a different day. If I knew I was gonna go out with somebody else that day, I should have told KP,
Okay.
let's go out
You double timing, motherfucker.
on the 15th.
You double timing, motherfucker.
Hoping you were gonna say no. I was like, Valentines?
Hoping I was gonna say no. You see, you
'Cause
cannot do that.
Because how am I supposed to know you were?
Like that. I'm sorry.
You live and you learn.
You live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You live and you learn, and
it's a big life lesson. You know?
and now I'm catching heat.
Strike while the iron's hot, bro.
And now I'm catching
If
heat.
there's a yes, you squeeze every juice out of that yes. You squeeze the juices out of the yes.
It's
Tell
funny,
me.
but and I'll catch heat because everybody always asks me, so are you still talking to so and so? I was like, that's funny you say that because like a month after that, this shit came to an end. But that was my fault because again, it goes back to me not knowing what I wanted at the time.
Okay.
Not to blame
and
her.
I'm not
Not to blame
hating.
her.
Like if you was in a situationship, you that's where you was. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Situationship.
Yeah,
That sounds-
situationship.
That sounds like
But you know what? I just don't want no one coming at me talking about, first of all, you wasn't really down for the date. You don't like big boys.
Oh, no,
you don't
no.
show love to the
KP
bigger community. And I'm like,
and sometimes I wish I could reply to these comments when people are like, she's lying. I'll be like, hey, y'all fucked up.
yo, number one over here. Number one over here.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta type. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, so ladies, let me let you in. Like, big boys cuddle. They feel so good. You know, they just feel good. Like, you just get squeezed by a big boy. Like all your stress just melts away. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it was my fault. It was not KP's fault.
Not my fault. I did my part.
But yeah,
I participated.
that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. But I couldn't tell you that on a message.
No, I know. I know we had to like meet up and link up and like, you know, see what was up, see the real shit.
Yeah.
I forgive you.
Shouts out to my date that day.
Yes. Shout
That
out
bitch.
JVaz date. Hey.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not trying to be in the middle of nothing.
No. She's cool people. Like I said, it was my fault. I'm gonna beat the shit out of that. Beep. Yeah, and it's funny because
You're fucking lying. No fucking way.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it is.
Look at the universe.
Look at the universe. It's like the universe was trying to tell me
Like
something.
poking fun at
Like
you.
close initials, but not the right ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna bleep all this out.
You can leave it out.
We're probably gonna bleep it out. But I apologize. I didn't know you were for real.
for
Otherwise,
real.
I wouldn't have left you hanging.
Oh, for real.
But it's too late now. So
Yeah, it is a little late now.
all you can do is just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving.
We keep it moving. So yeah, that's why everybody's so supportive of the movement of as soon as I say KP's coming back on the show, oh, we're gonna help you get her back, bro. bam! I was like, man, I wish I were that supportive with everything I do.
Right. Man, but I have this support all the time.
No, but shouts out to everybody that has helped in any way, man. We had other people that reached out, wanted to be a part of the podcast as well, but just because of the time issue and this interview kind of happened, like Monday. So it was kind of too soon for some people.
Yeah.
We did have a taco place that wanted to bring tacos. We had more snack places. So shouts out to all of you guys. Shouts out to the Hidden
Trap
Garden.
Sauce and what are these ones?
Yeah, trap sauce.
Trap sauce too?
Trap sauce,
Oh,
yeah.
everything trap sauce. Okay.
Yeah, we got everything trap sauce, and then we got the roses from Space City
City.
Flowers.
Thank you.
But
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a motherfucking liar. Never been a motherfucking liar. When I rap, I don't lie. And whenever I rap about something I don't have, it's because I'm going to get it one day.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Manifesting.
And when I motherfucking say something, it's because it's the motherfucking truth. It's the motherfucking truth, okay? And I like big boys, okay? So all y'all out there hating, talking shit. Some people out here attacking me, making videos, talking about we need to get her the fuck out of here and all this shit. Like, y'all tripping because you don't fucking know me. And I went through a lot of shit. I went through a lot of shit in high school. I was bullied all through grade school and shit.
Why were you bullied?
I was bullied because, people would call me ugly. People would call me names, like, because I wasn't, like, a pretty girl. You know what I mean? I was just, like, tomboy. I was in, like, drama club. Like, I was real into school. I was real nerdy and shit. And people would pick on me. So I know what it's like to be picked on. And the motherfucking people who were the nicest to me were all the big boys. You know what I mean? And I think that shout out to all the big boys.
Shout out to everybody that set the foundation.
Straight up.
For the future.
Straight up. You know what I mean? And every skinny boy I dated has cheated on me. And every big boy I dated has been such a sweetheart. It just didn't work out in like some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't hit me up on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? But other than that, all I'm trying to say is like this has been a thing. And I might look a certain way, but I haven't looked like this my whole life. This is kind of barely happening. All of this it's very brand new for me. All of this, everything. It's very new to me, but all of that just to say, like, I've been through the trenches with y'all, and I know what it's like. So that's why I support y'all, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the big boys.
Definitely a boost of confidence. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm turning a lot of bitches onto y'all, so.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm changing the motherfucking game.
Yeah.
I know, you're skinny. Yeah, you're too late, bro. You gotta, like, pack it on again. I'm converting bitches out here for y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing. And you know what? Like, ladies, you don't have to like be offended by me or anything because I'm just speaking my truth. Like, if you feel offended by this, we can have a conversation about it, and I can let you know that this is coming from a genuine place. So, other than that, turn the fuck up.
So yeah, we discussed everything you got going on. What can we expect in the next 5 months? If my math is correct. I just did that real fast. I don't know if that was right.
Okay. In the next 5 months, you're going to see me drop a bunch of crazy features. They're coming with videos.
Goose Feathers was dope as hell. Your verse was dope.
Thank you. You like that shit more melodic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do way more features. I got a big one. Actually, I'm shooting 2 big features here in Houston. That's why I'm here in Houston. So I'm going to get those done. I'm starting to plan my solo album.
Let's go.
So I'm hoping to drop that later on in the year. And then, of course, between all of that, I will be doing shows. So I'll be on tour. I'm going to tour with Zero in September. I'm going to be doing a lot of like shows with GT. I got a lot of stuff coming up for sure. So definitely keep up with me, guys. Follow me everywhere at Krystall Poppin. Krystall with a K and 2 L's. Poppin. Yeah, guys, I'm just doing a lot. Shout out Jenny69. Shout out Reverie for our new song, Back Into It. That shit is for the razas, for the culture. It's to help everyone move forward. So definitely go around and fuck with that for sure. Yeah.
Before I let you go, though, I know you fuck with your fans.
Yes, I do.
And we got on Instagram. If you haven't done so, make sure you follow us on Instagram at the JVaz Show, where we have, we like to ask you guys to shoot your questions for our guests. And we got a couple on here. So I'll let you know, want to answer some of them before I let you go.
Okay.
Do you plan on having a Canada tour? Because we love you out here.
I would love to go to Canada. I feel like that is an area I need to be around and need to be touring. I would love to get fans from there. You know, just feeling international is a big part of the plan. So I would love to go to Canada.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we got like 3 of those. So that's dope.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Canada will be dope.
Yeah.
A JVaz question. Imagine that. Ask her on behalf. This is not. I just got to let you know what they said.
Oh my God.
This is not a question.
What they said.
Ask her on the behalf of the JVaz community. Why is she playing with your heart?
I'm not playing with his heart. He played with mine, guys. Y'all need to move around with that.
I did not play with your heart.
Played with my heart, JVaz.
No,
I got ready that day.
Yeah.
For a girl to get ready for you, that's a lot. It's a lot for a girl. I'm just saying.
I'm a piece of shit, y'all. I apologize.
I'm not ready.
I apologize to you, Chris. I didn't mean
that
to do that to you. My bad.
I put makeup on. Put a whole ass makeup on.
My bad, Krystall. My bad. Like seriously, my bad. I apologize.
Thank you. I forgive you. I already told you.
It doesn't mean nothing now. You know what I'm saying? But I do apologize for that.
Thank you.
How did the meet with Rock Nation go?
The meeting with Rock Nation went really amazing. I showed them a bunch of songs I got coming up, including these features that I just talked about dropping. And they just let me know like a lot of good things I'm doing. They let me know a lot of things that they would love to see more of. And, you know, I just took a lot of that into accountability. I lesson learned, and I'm definitely going to be applying everything that I learned over there. For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing but JVaz questions. Hey, y'all can't be acting like y'all my fans and then be bashing the shit out of me on my own fucking post. Y'all ain't shit.
Don't be baby bashing him.
They said if my man's JVaz chance or window really closed. No, but seriously, ask her. Don't be a bitch. Shouts out to y'all though.
Oh my
God.
God.
Let's see what else. I need to stop making fun of me here. More Canada questions. Music chemistry with AK the Savior.
Ooh, that's another feature I was talking about. Yeah, so me and AK got a song. It's done. We recorded it in LA. So I just need to get him, you know, in the video, and then we can release that soon. I'm really trying to release that this year for everybody because I've been teasing it. I've been talking about it for so long. So I think that everyone, you know, they're looking out for that when it's time for sure. So shout out AK the Savior.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Once again, make sure you guys follow us on the social media pages at the JVaz Show so you guys can send us your questions. And KP, this was dope. This was fun. This was different. You are the first guest that gets this kind of treatment. You know what I'm saying? We got the gifts. We got the one-time sponsors. And this was
Spicy princess treatment.
You know what I'm saying? Then we got the hold on.
Got the roses and the daisies.
We half-ass made it up. You know what I'm saying? We made it up for her. This was the Valentine's date. That
Valentine. This is a reading.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you got a lot of stuff going on out here in Houston. And you know, thank you for making time one more time.
You know what? Like, honestly, thank you for having me. And it feels good to see you in this office, in this space.
Thank you.
It feels good to see you come up. Riding the elevator up here was wild.
It was wild, right? 10th
it's
floor.
Wild.
That's crazy.
We're on the 10th floor. So the elevator has a glass window, so you're able to see the whole thing. And I just felt like we're just going up, you know? Yeah. So that was really cool. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that you are very entertaining to watch. Yeah, your show is amazing. And I love to see someone really fucking doing it for the culture. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you. You know what's funny?
What?
You complimented me right now, and that felt good because about 2 months ago, I was like, not even 2 months ago. What are we on? July?
August.
Oh, God dang.
August.
So mid-July, I was like, you know what, bro? I'm going to give me a job.
A job?
So I got me a job.
Oh, shit.
A job that I worked for like a week, maybe not even a week.
Okay.
And then when I was in there, Garza hits me up and he tells me about everything over here.
Yeah.
And I went on my lunch break and I went to the HR and I was like, you know what, man, this ain't for me, man. And then they were like, what can we do different? I was like, it's not even about y'all, man. Like, this just isn't for me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I feel like it's crazy because it was an hour away from the house, but I was just I wanted to get away from this.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I just want to.
Okay, so you did something totally different.
something different in my mindset where it was at the point where it was kind of like, I'm just going to give me a decent job and disappear from the media, from the industry, and live out here in the fucking country, chill with my family, and just disappear.
Okay.
But then Garza digged me back out, and then I was like, oh yeah, this ain't for me, yo. And then it was at a juvenile facility, a correctional facility. Yeah, and I feel sad because the time that I was there, I was able to like, one of the kids told me I was the only Mexican correctional officer that we're about to have. He's like, this is dope, that's it. And I was like, what you mean? And then he's like, how many people are in your class? And I'm like, 16? It's like, only like 3 of y'all gonna stay, right? And I was like, probably. He's like, well, I hope you stay, man, because we're never able to, relate with anybody. I was like, man, I appreciate that. And then a day later, I leave.
Oh, you broke those kids' hearts.
I know.
Nah. You shouldn't feel that way, honestly. Because, look, this is the thing. This is the way I see it. You were about to do something with your full heart, and something pulled you out of it.
Yeah.
Towards something that you still love. So that was the way it was supposed to go.
And you know what's crazy?
What I mean?
This has happened twice. And the same person has brought me back out. Garza.
Yeah.
Shout
out GT Garza.
For real. When my dad had just passed, I went into the same mindset. I went into the mindset of like, shit, I got to take care of my mom. I can't risk living off, my hustles.
Right.
Like I need to get me a legit job, take care of my mom. And whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, the bigger picture was making sure my mom was good.
Yeah.
Then Garza hits me up. Hey, we're about to go on this media run for Brown by Honor. And I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, man, we're trying to get an interview in. I was like, bro, I don't even have a studio no more. Like, I just returned everything. I don't have anything. He's like, well, we're not trying to do it right now, but we can do it in a couple of weeks. And I remember doing the interview with him in my homeboy's studio, and I felt alive. And I was like, bro, this is my mental getaway. Like being there doing the interview made me forget how shitty my life was falling apart outside of it. And it sounds shitty, but I mean, really, it made me forget of everything that was happening outside of the podcast. So I was like, appreciate you, GT. And then again, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I was about to clock out. He knows, because I told him, I said, bro, I literally just got a job. He's like, well,
fuck that job.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I went on my lunch break, returned my correctional officer shirts. And I was like, yeah, this ain't for me, y'all. Appreciate it, though.
You know what?
So I appreciate your compliment of loving the show and whatnot, because,
I feel like this is what you're meant to do. I think that GT has an amazing eye for talent. So the fact that he kept pulling you out, reminding you in the moments you needed it the most, I think that says a lot. The universe is telling you something as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a great space. We need this. I'm gonna keep telling you over and over again, like the culture, we need someone like this, someone that's interviewing the up and comers, someone that's interviewing like the bubbling that is as it's happening, because it's either we don't get any representation until we hit the Breakfast Club, until we hit like all those jumpers and shit, you know what I mean? But the fact that you are enabling us and giving us this space before that even comes, you know what I mean? Like, that's amazing. And who's to say that you're not going to reach those levels,
Yeah.
So that's really dope. I that's why I love seeing your interviews, every time I see you on the Instagram and shit, like, I always support, because I'm just like, this very rare. Like, who else is really doing that? You know?
And I just love music. I mean, I do it mainly because I love music. My dad used to do rancheras.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? So I grew up around that Spanish music feel, and since I was like 6, I used to memorize like Tigres del Norte songs at 6 years old. And
I'm surprised you don't like Beso then. You like the old school. You're more hardcore old school.
I like some of the new school. Like I like Fuerza Regida and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the new school music.
Yeah.
Besos, I just can't relate to his music. I just not something that I can listen to and be like, I like it.
Okay.
And again, at least I don't hate on the guy. I'm just kind of like, I don't like it. It ain't for me.
That's another thing that people need to realize. Like, you don't have to like it, but don't hate on it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, your taste doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it really don't. It means one person to a million.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it ain't for me. I get mad when YouTube is forcing it down my throat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing something else and he comes YouTube, Peso Pluma, and I'm like, bro, it's not even on my playlist. Why am I getting Peso Pluma on my on my
Something
music.
I do want to say before we
Talk to
go
us.
is like, if you're an artist, especially a female artist, spread love to the other female artists, because there's not a lot of us guys. Like, if you see another female artist and all you think is that's my competition, I have to kill her, like, we're not in that space. You know what I mean? Like, we need to evolve so much further, so much faster. And the only way for us to do that is to do it together. You can, there's a chance you can make it on your own and like never have to fuck with anybody. Like, there's a chance, you know what I mean? It's very slim though. And I think that if we united more and if we all came together, like, I'm talking specifically to the females out there, if we united more and came together, did bigger projects, we can really make a motherfucking impact during the time that we have it. You know what I mean? So I think that, consider it, ladies. If you see people around your city, if you see people coming up, reach out to them, make music together. The more music you make together, the better. That's what I really saw with the reggaeton movement, like Bad Bunny, Daddy Yankee, all of them, Nicki Jam, everyone, collaborations on collaborations, and they became a top genre. You know what I mean? So if we want that same thing, that we got to do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to work together for sure.
That's the best way to end it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And once again, the beautiful, the lovely, the talented Krystall Poppin. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, JVaz, for having me.